Yeah, so let me start with introducing myself. In case you don't know me yet, I've done a couple of webinars so far, but in case it's your first time with me, so my name is Sapir. I'm a dropshipper. I run eBay stores for SaleFreaks. Welcome. Yeah, so I run like 25 eBay stores at the moment. Actually, it's 26 because I opened a brand new account yesterday. So let's see how it goes. Since you can't communicate with eBay through phone anymore. So I want to share my knowledge with you and help you make your business profitable. So today we are going to talk about SaleFreaks. I mean the actual monitor, how to work with it. So welcome to everybody that join us. Leave a comment so I know you can hear me and you can see my screen. Introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about your business, how long you've been in this business. It's really interesting to know. So let me present our topic for tonight. So we are talking about maximizing profit, okay? Maximize profit with the right numbers. What do I mean about numbers? So I guess a lot of you have great sales, but maybe your profit is not so great. And maybe you've been wondering, how come I'm doing so good, so well with my sales, but in the end of the month, I get left with very little money. Tell me, guys, if this is your case and if this thought has crossed your mind. So the reason you might be doing well, but keeping very little money is that you don't really understand all your expenses and all your costs in this business. Okay, so we'll be talking about a couple of topics tonight, but first we're gonna start with understanding our fees. Okay, our fees. So as you probably know, right? The price the buyer sees on eBay, right, is billed out of the item's price on the supplier's website, and the markup we add to it. Okay, and this markup has our fees, eBay and PayPal fees, and of course any other maybe extra expenses we have, and of course the profit range that we want. Okay, so if this topic interests you, leave a comment so I know it's relevant for you. And if you have any struggles with it, also leave a comment so we can answer all your questions later. So I want you to know your fees. I talked to a couple of dropshippers, new user to SaleFreaks, and I was amazed to discover that they don't know their numbers. They don't know how much they're paying for PayPal, for eBay. So I want you to really know everything so you don't overreach. What do I mean? We want to be as competitive as possible, right? So if you overshoot the fees, overshoot the other expenses, then the total markup will be very high in addition to the item's price, right? And then no one will buy it, or very few people will buy it. So we want to really maximize the amount of people purchasing our item. Okay, so we want to keep the price as low as possible without losing money, of course, and still make profit. So you have to understand eBay store subscription affects your final value fees, and I'll explain it later. And also PayPal fees changes according to the country you live in. So many people don't know, okay? I've copied this from ebay.com, but many people don't know that when you pay eBay for a subscription, then what it does, it actually lowers your fees. Does it make sense, guys? You pay eBay, right? A starter store costs like about, I think, $7.50 or so. Of course, we only do it monthly charge, right? Never annually. So if your store gets closed, so you just lost this month and not the entire year, okay? Because they won't refund you for that. But that's not the main topic here. I want you to see. So as of the basic subscription and on, basic subscription is for 250 items a month, okay, which is relatively very small store, okay. But as of the basic subscription, your fees are being lowered from 10% for a starter store or no store at all to 9.15% maximum. That means that for most categories that you'll sell, the most you're gonna pay eBay is 9.15% or less. You see, because it ranges from 4 to 9.15%. Okay, so I got to talk to some new users, and we looked at their global settings in SaleFreaks, and I see that they put 10%. Why? I mean, if you think there's not much difference, you're wrong between 9.15 and 10%, because there is. I mean, you don't have to overshoot it. Okay, that could be the difference between only 5 people buying your item or 15 people buying your item. You know what I mean? There's some sort of balance between the price and the amount of purchases. So the most you're gonna pay is 9.15%. So your global settings shouldn't have more than that. Okay. Now let's talk about a little bit about categories. So look at this. If you sell books, DVDs, or movies, you're paying 12%, which is a lot. Okay. Now you have to think if you want to sell these items. Okay. I mean, maybe it's not worth it. Okay, maybe I don't know a lot of dropshippers selling books, but DVDs for sure. I see a lot of DVDs going around, and you know, if you have a small store with not so many items, okay, and you sell a lot of this category, then you're actually paying more than 9.15%. So you have to understand what you're selling. Okay, and according to that, decide on your eBay fees, but usually it will be 9.15. Okay, so that's that. So I want to show you something else about PayPal. So PayPal fees really changes according to the country you're living in. So I know most of you are from the US, so I copied this from paypal.com for you. So for US residents, look at this. If you're selling goods or services, then you pay 2.9% plus a fixed fee, which is 30 cents. Yeah. So if the transaction occurs in the United States, you see, and the funds you're receiving are coming from a PayPal account in the US. So if you yourself is a US resident with a US PayPal account and you sell inside the US, so you get paid by buyers with a US PayPal account, right? Then your fees will be 2.9% plus 30 cents. Okay, now outside the United States, you'll pay 4.4% plus a fixed fee, which is again 30 cents. So of course, this affects your shipping policy, right? Because if you only sell to the United States, then the global settings you should put in the PayPal fees 2.9% plus 30 cents. But if you also sell globally, internationally, okay, then maybe it would be best to put the 4.4% out of the bat, right? So you have to consider this as well. Okay, if you only put 2.9%, but you know, you make a lot of international transactions, then you're losing money. Okay, and we especially as dropshippers know what it means to lose 1%, right? It adds up. It's a lot of money at the end of the month. So what about UK? So again, I went to PayPal and I went to UK, and really the same thing. So if you have a UK PayPal, okay, and you receive PayPal from the UK, you pay again 2.9% plus a fixed fee, which is about 20 pennies, something like that. Okay, and from other relevant countries, which according to my understanding, and please guys correct me if I'm wrong, other territories, they refer to other European countries, it's 3.4% plus 20 pennies. But if you sell outside Europe, you pay 4.9%. So please correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I really try to look this information up for you, but it's really up to you guys, each and every one of you, especially if you're not from UK or US. Go to PayPal, okay, in your country, or call them up and figure out what are your fees. Okay, so this makes sense so far? So if you have any questions, guys, please drop a comment. Also, if you have any problem, issues with PayPal, or if you have miscalculated fees before, you can also tell us in the comments. So this is a screenshot from one of my stores, from the global settings, okay? So this is what it looks like. eBay final value fees. Okay, so I've put 9.15%, right? Because it's clearly stated that the maximum I can pay is 9.15%. Okay, and the majority of my stores have premium subscription. So yeah, and PayPal fees here in Israel. PayPal really likes to make a profit on us, so we pay 4.4% for each transaction plus 30 cents. Okay, so this is my break even regarding to fees. Okay. Okay, so I see we're starting to have some questions, so let's read them. Okay, so Julian, welcome, asks, as an are you going to complete the webinar from last week? Oh, yeah, you guys, about last week, I'm so sorry. I had an internet problem, which caused the webinar to just log off, but I re-recorded it for you, and I'll just upload it to this group, okay? So stay tuned and look for it today or tomorrow, okay? And you'll have the entire webinar about the customer service. Okay, so after we've understood the fees issue, okay, that you have to pay for eBay subscription. For my personal opinion, you have to do it right off the start, okay? Because when people start, if you don't know, you get 50 items for free. You can list 50 items a month for free. So a lot of beginners just decide to take advantage of it, okay, and maybe get to the first 50 listings, and then they, will start a store or whatever. But I think it's just better to pay for a basic store out of the start, okay, because getting to 250 items, it's not a lot, okay, it's not difficult. I mean, even for a brand new store, you do want to upload like 5 items a day, and after 2 weeks you can maybe upload up to 10 items a day, so you can cover those 250 items pretty quick. So don't be cheap. Pay for it. Pay for the subscription. It will help you with the fees. Okay. Again, it's very, very important. Even 1%. So let's talk about the other components of breaking even. So break even, as we said before, is the markup you add to your item's price, right, to cover expenses. So you can do a lot of sales, but if you're not making a lot of profit in the end, it means that you didn't take you lost something. You forgot to take something into consideration. Okay, so there's a couple of things I want you to consider. First is if you're tax exempt or not. Okay, so again, if you don't know, I guess the majority of us in this group sell in the United States. Now, it doesn't matter who your supplier is or where you're from in the world. If you ship to the United States, you pay taxes. Okay, you pay taxes to the US government. Now, there are really only less than a handful, I think, states that don't collect tax, but all the other states do collect tax, and there are some with a very high tax rate. Okay, I think California can reach up to 10.5%. That's a lot. Okay, so let's take the average. Okay, let's say that the average is 7%. Okay, and let's say your Amazon is a main supplier, like most of us in SaleFreaks. Okay, so if you're not tax exempt, right, you pay extra 7% in average, of course, for each transaction you make. So if you sell a 100 item, $100 item, right, you pay $7 extra. So don't take this lightly. I mean, it's a lot of money. Okay, so we should calculate it into our global settings. Okay, when we form the store. Another thing we should consider is the extra transaction fees. So for those of you who used our managed account services, right? Every order costs 30 cents. Okay, but even if you don't use our managed accounts, okay, even if you use only the auto order features, you still don't get unlimited amount of sales. Let me show you what I mean. So if I'll go to, let's open here SaleFreaks, right? This is SaleFreaks.com. So here you have the pricing, right? So let's say we're on non-API. Okay, so let's say I have a 1,000 item store. So I get only 300 auto orders a month, which are free. And every sale after that, every order, I'm sorry, I have to pay 40 cents. So SaleFreaks doesn't, they really not interested in punishing anyone. Okay, usually the number of monthly orders should be correlated with the number of sales that you can make with this size of a store. You know what I mean? Like 300 free auto orders a month are about like 10 orders daily, like in average. So in average, if you have 10,000 item store, in average, you should be making around 10 sales a day. Of course, don't get me wrong, especially in these days with the coronavirus, which makes business very good. Most of us make a whole lot of more than 10 sales a day, okay? But I'm referring to the general times, okay? The normal times. But even if in normal times, or even if in these times, okay, which are not normal, if you make 20 orders a day, but you're only entitled to 300 free orders a month, then you should be considering those 40 cents, right? So I'm not saying that if you just you have 305 or 310 orders a month, then you should change your global settings. I'm saying that if you get 400 orders a month, maybe you should consider it. Okay, because this is the little extra money that goes away unnoticed. Okay, and then in the end of the month, you start asking yourself, where did that money go? Okay, why am I not making profit that correlates with my sales? Okay, so let's talk about adding taxes. But before, guys, if anyone has any questions, please leave a comment. Let's look at the comments. I'm checking my phone if you don't mind, so I can stay with you in the presentation. Okay. So for now, no new comments. Cool. Okay, so let's talk about adding taxes. So again, for Amazon Prime only, okay, only, use the designated markup in the global settings. So in the global settings, which if you want, I can show you in a bit in my one of my stores, okay, you have this Amazon sales tax markup. Okay, so that's a whole other section besides the eBay and PayPal fees and your profit margins. Okay, so you can just put here 7%, and then it will be added to your final price. Okay, but if you in non-API version, okay, in non-API version of SaleFreaks, this markup only good for Prime accounts. Okay, I know it says here non-Prime, but it's good only for Prime accounts. So if you work with non-Prime accounts, okay, then I wouldn't recommend adding the 7% here. I would recommend to add it to your profit range. So let's take a look. I'll sign into my account. Okay, there it is. In the meantime, guys, of course, if you have any questions, if you want to share anything with us, please go ahead. Okay, so global settings. Let's choose store, right? So also worth mentioning that global settings are not or shouldn't be permanent. Okay, you should change them according to the situation. For example, okay, so the eBay fees and PayPal fees are constant, but let's say now that sales are very, very high because people are locked in their houses and they want to buy. So people love spending money. Okay, so they buy and buy and buy. So you can raise your profit a little bit. Okay, don't be afraid. Okay, so I'm using non-Prime accounts. Okay, so I've put here in the profit range, I've put here the 7% sale tax. Okay, so it's not that I'm making 20% profit. Okay, it changes. Okay, because I have to include the sales tax. So of course, don't be greedy. Just put what you need. If you see your item sells, you can raise the price a little bit. Okay, so again, let's talk about the extra transactions fees. Okay, so again, we said that you should, you should consider, okay, that if you use the managed accounts, those 30%, those 30 cents, I'm sorry, are constant, okay? Now, let's do the math together, okay? So let me open a calc here. So check this out. I run a lot of eBay stores, okay? So I make a lot of sales daily, okay? Because, all of the stores, okay? So let's say I have 300 orders daily, okay? And I pay 30 cents for each and every order, right? Because I use the managed accounts. I pay $90 a day only for the privilege of using managed accounts. Now let's multiply it in a month. That's a lot of money, you guys. That's a lot of money. Okay, so imagine yourselves what would have happened if I would just disregard those 30 cents. Just 30 cents. What can go wrong? I would lose almost $3,000 a month. Okay, and I know some of you. We have SaleFreaks users who use only the managed accounts. Okay, so maybe you don't have 300 orders a day. Never mind. It's relative. Okay, so it's relative to your store. So that's a lot of money. So I want to show you what I do in order to combat that. Okay, I just put it here. Let me make it bigger for you. So I just put it, I don't put it in the profit range. I put it in the fees, okay? Instead of, I told you that in Israel we pay 4.4% plus 30 cents. So I put the extra 30 cents here. So I've put allegedly 60 cents, right? But it's really the 30 for PayPal and 30 more cents that I pay later for the managed accounts. Okay, so I don't lose those $3,000 a month. Okay, just because of this little definition here. Okay, so think about that. Okay, guys, are there any questions about the fees and order fees? Let's read your comments. Can those fees, i.e. managed accounts and auto orders fee, be added in the global settings? So yeah, that's what I said. For managed accounts, I just put it here. Okay, I just put it here in my PayPal fees. Okay, so I put 3.6 instead of 0.3. So about the auto orders, right? So again, only if you maximize your free orders, then you should consider adding it to your fees. Okay, if you have 1,000 item store, non-API store, and you get 300 orders free a month, okay, and you don't exceed it, then why should you add anything to your global settings, right? Because it will just raise the price for nothing. If you do exceed it, but not in much, I mean, in like several orders, I think personally doesn't worth it as well. Okay, just if you really exceed it. Okay, do the math, do your own math, see how money you'll lose if you won't exceed it, if you won't include the extra fees, and look what happens. Okay, so let's see if there are any more questions. V and V diamonds. What if we do promoted listings? Can those be added? Well, of course. So again, it really depends. I think it really depends on your backend. I mean, what do I mean? Well, again, you don't want to throw all the extra expenses on your front end because it will raise the price. Okay, now it's okay to raise the price, right? Because we don't want to lose any money. But there's really delicate balance between the final price in eBay and the amount of sales you'll get. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have an item that costs $50 on eBay. Okay, you've put all the fees and all the extra transaction fees, and now it costs $50 on eBay. Okay, and for $50 you get a month around, let's say, 6 orders. Okay, for this item. Now let's say you started to promote it. Okay, and you raise the price from $50 to, let's say, $53. Okay, allegedly it's not so bad, right? $3, but let's say those extra $3, right, have now caused you to lose sales. Okay, because instead of making 6 sales a month, now you do only 2. Okay, rather, if you just absorbed it, right, if you take it on yourself, those extra 1 or 2 or 3%, okay, and take it off your back-end profit, okay, then you would still make 6 sales. This makes sense, guys? You know what I mean? You can't raise the price too much with all the extra markups, because then the price will be so unattractive to buyers that you will lose sales. Rather than if you just, suck it up. Sorry for my language. If you just suck it up a little bit, then you would actually make extra profit, right? Because you won't lose sales. Okay, V&V Diamonds, I hope I answered your questions. So I myself personally, don't include the promotion, the promoted listings in my calculation, let's call it, okay? Because I can take it, okay? If you use discounted gift cards, guys, if you use discounted gift cards, okay, and you get 15% discount, then losing 2 or 3% won't kill you, okay? And it allows you to not raise your front end price, okay? So think about that. Okay. Any more questions, guys, or can we move on? I'm scrolling here through the comments and I don't see anything new. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah. So the final topic I want to talk about is maximizing profit with cashback. So again, I don't know what your experience with dropshipping is. Okay, I know a lot of new dropshippers are not aware of cashback. Okay, so let's explain what is cashback. So cashback portals are online gateways to retailer websites that earn you a bonus reward, which is usually money or points, but in our case, it's money. So the retailer, let's say Walmart, okay? The retailer joins with a cashback portal, okay? And they pay this cashback portal money in return for this cashback portal to give Walmart buyers, right? So the cashback portal then share some of the money he gets from Walmart with us as a reward that we decided to go to Walmart through this cashback site, okay? So it's literally money on the floor waiting for you to pick it up. Okay, so we're talking about, let's say, for example, for Amazon, we use a cashback portal called befrugal.com, okay, and they can give you up to 6%. I mean, that's a lot, okay? So let's say even if the average, let's say 4%, okay, 4%, okay, and on that's back end, right? That's the back end profit, okay? And then let's say you make extra 5 or 6% on the front end, right? So altogether, you've made 10% profit of this sale, right? So that's pretty nice. And those 4% you got from the cashback website, it's just literally from getting to Amazon.com through Be Frugal. So you only had to get to the retailer through the cashback. Okay, this is why it's called a cashback portal. Okay, now a quick tip for you that I've learned the hard way. It's that the term of service of this cashback don't allow commercial use. Okay, so it's better to just keep multiple accounts. Okay, so again, I have 300 orders a day. I can't make 300 claims from the cashback portal a day, right? It looks suspicious. So it's better to just create 5, 6, 7, okay, accounts and just randomly pushing through orders from the accounts. Okay, so you keep it diversified and not throwing all on one account. Does that make sense, guys? So again, guys, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Also, if you have experience with cashback portals, share with us your favorite cashback portal. I'll be sharing with you mine in a bit. So I'm scrolling through the the comments here, and okay. So for Amazon, as I told you, use Be Frugal, okay? For other suppliers, okay, because not every cashback portal supports every retailer, right? So Be Frugal for sure supports Amazon, okay? But for other suppliers such as Walmart or Home Depot or AliExpress, you can use. And I'm so sorry, you guys. This is my typo. This is supposed to be Giving Assistant. Giving, okay, with an I. So givingassistant.com. You can use ebates.com and Top Cashback. Okay, now, you guys, when you add a new supplier to your store, I recommend you to first look this retailer up in those cashback sites. I mean, what do I mean? For example, if I'm not mistaken, Give an Assistant give only 3.5% cashback for AliExpress, whereas, again, if I'm not mistaken, Top Cashback gives up to 6%. So it's a big difference, right? It's a big difference, guys. So for AliExpress, I would go to Top Cashback. Okay, I hope I'm not mistaken. This is what it was before. I don't know if they changed it right now. Okay, so first check your cashback and then decide which one to use. Okay. There are more reliable cashback than others, so these three are really the most reliable. Okay, if you investigate it through Dropshipper's forums, you'll see this name come up again and again. Okay, and again, as we talked about, create multiple accounts and link them to your store in the global settings. So let's do it together. I want to show you how to connect your cashback. So again, here we are in the store's global settings, right? So if I scroll down, I have this cashback. Okay, so remember that at the moment, okay, this for this webinar, SaleFreaks currently offers auto orders for Amazon only. Okay, but I should tell you that we do work on auto orders for AliExpress. Okay, should be ready in a bit, and afterwards all of their other suppliers. Okay, so at the moment, I'm sorry, at the moment we're only talking about Amazon. So if I click, you can see all of these Be Frugal accounts. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for this store. So you can just add them up. Okay, and then when the auto orders makes the orders, when they diversify the orders between all of your Amazon accounts, they will also diversify the orders between the Be Frugal accounts. Okay, so if you want to add a new account, all you have to do is put here the email, right? Because when you register to a cashback portal, you'll have to put your email and a password, right? So let's say these are these, okay? And then I choose Be Frugal because we only support Be Frugal for Amazon, okay? And then you have to put your max daily item purchases. So let's say I want only 10, okay, purchases out of each Be Frugal account, okay, with the max daily cost of, let's say, $200, okay? And then I would add the account. And that's pretty much it, okay? This is the beauty of SaleFreaks, that everything is automated, okay? So if you have an Amazon, and if you have a store that's connected to SaleFreaks non-API version, okay, and you work with Amazon, and you haven't added your cashback account yet, please do it right now, because you're just losing free money, okay? And actually, when you think about it, the cashback that you get should be included in your profit calculation. Okay, so let's say you use credit card cashback credit card, okay, for those of you who are US citizens, okay, and you use Amazon's credit card, cashback credit card, okay. This credit card gives you 5% cashback, okay, and then you use Be Frugal, which gives you up to 6%. Okay, so that's 11% of the start, and you didn't even make your front end profit. Okay, so if you have 11% in your pocket, right, then you can afford yourself to be competitive. You don't have to put 20%, okay, on the front end, because you are already profitable. Okay, so you can put even 2 to maybe 3 to 5% on the front end. Okay, which means that even if you make the minimum, which is 3%, with the 11% you got at the back end, okay, that's 14% per order, which is not bad at all. So even if you promote your listings with, let's say, 3%, okay, so you're left with 11%. Well, that's again wonderful, not so bad at all. Okay, everything above 8, 9, 10%, it's great. Okay, so don't think about it as money lost. Okay, think about it as you still make a good profit. Okay, because if you'll be greedy, okay, and you'll say, no, I'm not willing to let those 3% for promoted listings go, okay, and you put 10% in the front end to cover those 3% of the promoted listings, you'll just risk little or fewer sales, okay, up to the point where you just lose a lot of sales. Okay, rather if you just lower the price a little bit, and then you would make so much more sales. Okay, guys, does this make sense? If you have any questions, please scroll in now again in the comments. Okay. Yeah. So let's recap, guys. Let's recap. So sales can be great, but if you leak money on unaccounted expenses, your profit will suffer. Okay, so as I told you, if you make a lot of sales, but in the end of the month you don't get to keep a lot of it, you have to check. Okay, you have to check what you forgot, because you obviously forgot it something. Okay, learn to calculate your fees based on your eBay subscription and your country's PayPal fees, as well as other break-even components. Okay, so as I told you, if you have an eBay subscription, which I totally recommend of doing, go for you pay tops 9.15%. Okay, eBay fees, PayPal fees, I'm sorry, really varies. Okay, for US it's 2.9%. We said plus 30 cents. Okay, and other break-even components. So if you're tax exempt or not, if you pay for orders or not, okay, all of that will add up eventually in the end of the month. And don't skip on cashback portals for extra profit, okay, because it's literally free money. Okay, so don't be lazy. Go and open an account in Be Frugal, or if you currently work with other suppliers and you manually fulfill the orders, okay, you can go through Top Cashback, okay, or give an assistant. So that's it, you guys. Let's see if you have any more questions in the end before we say goodbye. And it's a good time to actually remind you, while I'm waiting for your questions, it's a good time to remind you that we came up with a big sale for now. So if you sign up today for a non-API version, okay, you get 20% off forever. Okay, and you can start listing items right now. Okay, and also you'll get a discount for Zik Analytics. So really, it's really cool, and you can ask more details about it in our group, okay, and we'll get back to you with more details. Okay, so let's see if there are any more questions. Let's scroll here. So yeah. Julian, I hope I answered it for you. I added my automatic order fees to the PayPal fee. Okay, that's cool. That's exactly what I do, Jeremy. Okay, so promoted listings, VNV, I told you, if you can afford it with your backend profits, go ahead, okay? Not worth putting the price up for because of it. Do you know if BeFrugal.com works in the UK? Actually, Julian, I have no idea. I have no idea. You can contact them, you know? You can contact them and find out. I tried, but it shows in dollars. I'd guess that BeFrugal works with UK, but cashback will be in dollars. So yeah, because again, I don't know if you're, because most retailers are from the United States, right? Walmart and Home Depot. So, but I'm not sure. With Amazon, I'm really not sure. You can contact them and ask them. Okay, because I'm so sorry, I can't answer this because I don't sell in the UK. Okay, so I really don't want to say nonsense that are not true. Okay, so you guys, if you don't have any more questions, let's wrap it up. So it's been a pleasure. As always, stay safe and watch this recording later. Bye bye.